All right, I got all the rings on the pistons and the pistons in the cylinders, and then the cylinders mounted to the hub, to the base. And now I want to run it, but I need to put a pulley on here, you know, so that I can run that. I think I can turn it over with. Nope. So I need to make a shaft. Now let me see what I've got for pulleys over here. I've got a few. I've got many more out in my electrical shop, but there's a few down here. This one's a prime candidate. I don't want a real small one because if the motor that I pick will probably run too fast. So this one would work. What I need to do is make a collar to fit on here, the size of that, of the pulley diameter, ID. Let's see if I can. I'll have to hold the crank back here. I still got the cover off on the back so I can hold the crank. And this isn't really mounted either, it's pushed into its base. I should probably put a few screws in that to hold that in place before I run it. So let's see. Ooh, that would be just about right too. So I'll have to make it this length, and then I can clamp that, and then I can clamp the pulley to that. So what I need to do is round up some material, diameter of 1/2 inch diameter. Well, that should be easy. That should be easy to find a chunk of scrap. I'd like to have brass on there, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a chunk of aluminum also. I don't want stainless. Not as easy as I thought. I thought that it would be pretty easy to find a piece. So I guess I will have to go. I'll have to take some bar stock. I'm still looking, but we went from toaster yesterday. I mean, it was 100. It was around 100 degrees yesterday. Today, when I went out in the shop, 57 degrees. A slight difference, huh? I don't know what gives. It's drizzling too. It's drizzling and raining. So I'm over at the stock material, and I'll have to turn down some stock because all I have, the closest I have to that, is this material right here, which is 7/8. So that means I will be going over to the lathe. And all it'll be doing is turning down the diameter and drilling a hole through it. See if I can plug her in. And I always unplug my machine, especially last night. Oh boy, we had thunderstorms and lightning and rumbling, and she was she was really putting on a light show. Now, do I have a 7/8 collet? Next question. 5/8, 3/4, 13/16. What's that doing stuck in there? 7/8. All right, so we'll take this, ouch. Take this collet out. See a couple pistons laying here that I must have screwed up. And oop, I got to turn my spider. I got a spider here on the back side to hold the smaller material from flopping around, so you don't tie it into a figure 8 or a pretzel. I've seen that done a few times. It scares the living bejesus out of you when it does. It's especially if you got something that you don't want wrecked, because but this ain't gonna flop around. Shouldn't. Seen 3 bald eagles in one tree yesterday. We went out for a drive. 3 of them, all sitting in a tree. 2 of them up at the top of the tree, and it was a dead tree. 2 of them up at the top of the tree, and 1 down a ways. Yeah. So we're just out sightseeing and driving, taking Rowdy for a ride since he's missing his little sister. So he ain't the only one. And it was a pleasant drive anyway. All right, let's get a tool here. Doesn't have to be anything special. This one will work. Safety glasses. I don't know where they're at. Here they are. They're actually halfway clean this time. Well, not up on the top. It's pretty bad. That's okay. I'll look at the top. All right. What do we got for RPM going here? Well, we don't want to go that fast. And go all the way. I couldn't believe the temperature today. $800. We'll just put my readout on. Oh, must be unplugged. Yep. Why did I unplug it? I don't know. Should have unplugged everything last night with the way the lightning was going. That's better. You're not really going to see anything from over there other than me over here. This is going to be one of those, as I had a foreman that would always say, quick and dirty. Just going to make a sleeve here. That pulley will fit on, which is a 1/2 inch. So you can get something to measure it with. I don't usually measure, well, you know, this caliper's here is pretty good. actually. So, and we are at 867. So I'm going to type that in. 67. All right, we'll take her down to 500. We'll go to we'll go to 550, and then we'll go from there. It's a quite aggressive cut. That was quite an aggressive cut. Alright, so now the whole thing doesn't have to be taken down to that, just part of it. Alright, so let's go to the 500. It's still drizzling outside. Might take Rowdy for a ride again before it gets dark here. We'll have to make it quick. Alright, once I get this to fit. I'm looking to see if there's some kind of burr on it. It should fit, but it doesn't quite fit. We'll take about 2 or 3 more though. Set screw is not pulling. Nope. Thought maybe the set screw was pulled down. Protruding. Not. Oh, she's tight though. She fits. She fits if I ring it on there, but it's a little tighter than what I want. So I'm going to take it down another 3 thou. And that should make it fit nice. Tool bit is cutting really nice too. Perfect. All right. So now, will this fit over the nut that I'm going to be using? Nope. So I got to go back further than where I'm at because, yep, got to go back that way a little bit. So I'm going to back it out about 100 or so. It's got to fit all the way through so that the nut can tighten up on it. That ought to work. Now let's take it down back, all of it down to 500. See, I went about 600, I think. There we go. Oh man, that turned out almost perfect. Dead on. I'm going to take another, I'm going to move it back about 20 thou or so, give it some tightening room. I want the shaft to stick out just a little bit. And now it does. All right. That's good. Now we got to drill a hole through it. On center, so we want to center drill it. We want to center drill it pretty good. All right. There you go. And I think that was a 5/16, but I'll measure it just to make sure. I'm thinking it was 5/16 thread. This. All right. I'm going to go with the 302 first. Just in case I oversize a little bit. All right. And what is the length that I really need? I need it to be 1 inch 500. So, right, that should work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, we plowed through it pretty good. Bet you that drill's hot. All right. Now we'll go through the 5/16. Okay. We'll go 1 inch 500. At least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And a little bit more. All right, let's part it off. Then I actually have to do a counterbore relief on the opposite side because there's 2 diameters that I got to meet to. Right, part off blade. I want the thick one. This one will work, I think. And we're just going to measure with a scale. 1 inch 500. Right there. Plus I want to put a little raised area so that it'll run on the bearing. I'll show you what I mean when I get done here. we go. All right, so this here will sit on there, and I want a raised area to run against the bearing on the engine. So I want it to run on that bearing. I don't want it to run on the outside of the bearing. I want it to run on the inside of that bearing. This bearing here was dug out of my stock, so it's actually, I think it's actually a little thicker than it really needs to be. But so, and there's a raised diameter here that the cam fits to run. Wait a minute. No, that's where the prop actually mounts. Why is there a secondary? Oh, I know that there's a reason for having that. So, so I need to take the material out and put a 1/2-inch collet in. There we go. Put this back over here. All right. Let's see if I can move you without getting you unplugged.